Hello students and welcome back to bankexamstudy.com. My name is Ramandeep Singh and today we are going to discuss the essay writing. How to write an essay. For SIDBI Grade A 2022 exam. So first of all students, this is the pattern. There will be 3 questions. This is the part of the exam. There will be 3 questions. You need to write 2 essays and 1 letter. 2 essays and 1 letter for your exam, right? And it is essential to attempt all 3 questions. Okay. 60 minutes would be allotted for all that. And the ideal situation is you allot like 20 minutes to each of the question. You need to attempt one essay in 20 minutes only. That much time is not sufficient. You need at least 30 minutes, but still we need to manage here. Okay. So important steps to write an impressive essay. First of all, you need to understand the question. For example, there are certain questions where the paper setter may ask you the advantages and disadvantages of a problem, right? What are the advantages and disadvantages of using plastic? So what can be the advantage of using plastic? So the first advantage of using plastic, before we started using plastic, we were using a lot of wooden chairs. Now we are using plastic chairs, right? So the plastic, single-use plastic is a problem. The one we use in our toothbrushes or, disposables, that is a problem. Otherwise, it helps in afforestation, right? It saves trees. So that is the advantage. Single-use plastic is a disadvantage. So you need to understand, if the examiner is asking you to give your opinion, only then you need to give your opinion. Don't give your opinion if they didn't ask you to give your opinion. Okay. Understand the question. You need to read the question properly. Okay. That is the point number 1. Understand the question and answer that question only. Don't answer something that has not been asked from you. Okay. Answer only whatever has been asked. If they asked you to give your opinion, then give your opinion. Okay. That's the point. That's the first and the most important point. Give your opinion. Giving your opinion is answering the question is important. जो भी पूछा गया है उसका आंसर दीजिए related. Okay. Then give your opinion only if it is asked to you to do so. Otherwise, don't give your opinion. Okay? Plan your essay using a mind map. So what is a mind map? The common problem with the students, for example, if the examiner asked you about the advantages of using plastic. So there can be a lot of advantages, like 5, 6, 7, 8 advantages, right? But what you are supposed to do, if you're writing the advantages, right, you need to explain that particular advantage, right? So instead of giving like 4, 5 arguments, right, just give 2 advantage. Or while giving the disadvantages, instead of giving 4, 5, 6 ideas, just give 2 ideas. That's it. Okay, you need to develop that idea. That is more important. Developing the idea is more important. Plan your essay using a mind map and take care of the word limit. If the word limit is mentioned, most of the time it is 250 words. If it is mentioned, take care of that. You need to write at least 250 words or whatever mentioned in the examination. Most of the time it's 250 words. You need to write at least 250 words if it is mentioned. Otherwise, marks would be deducted. You need to write a proper introduction to body paragraphs and conclusion. Introduction and conclusion is important. You can write 2 or 3, it's up to you, 2 or 3 body paragraphs, and it should be aligned, right? There should be a proper format. You need to follow the format, okay? And check your essay for mistakes. Once you are done with your essay, once you complete your essay, give at least 2 minutes for checking your mistakes. What I have noticed in the past few years, students, when they get the questions, right, they start writing in the very first minute. Don't do that. Okay. Just give like 2 to 3 minutes, for idea generation, idea generation and making your mind map. Okay. And then you can write for at least like 15 minutes. You can write your essay within 15 minutes, and then you can, in the last 2 minutes, you can actually check for mistakes. Last 2 minutes, what you can do is check for mistakes. Check mistakes. And students, this last step is very, very important. Last step is very important. And in the next, this is a sample topic. What are the advantages and disadvantages of increasing the legal age of marriage for girls from 18 to 21? This is a social issue, right? So you are supposed to make a mind map. Let's make a mind map for that. What can be the advantages and disadvantages, right? So if there is any doubt in your mind, always ask your doubts and I'm going to answer your doubts. Okay. Yeah. See, first of all, in the introduction, you need to explain the topic. Okay. What this topic is all about, whatever your understanding is. Okay. That is the introduction, right? And then in the body paragraphs, the first paragraph can be about advantages and second paragraph can be about disadvantage, and then conclude it. Okay. So what can be the advantages? So what I recommend my students, I recommend them coffee table approach. What is a coffee table approach? For example, we are friends. We both are friends right now. And let's say we are discussing. I asked you this question. Buddy, I mean, the legal age of marriage has been increased from 18 to 21. What do you think about this? Now, give me your opinion. Just as a friend, just give me your opinion. The first thing that come to my mind is the literacy, higher education. See, when at the age of 17 or 18, you complete your schooling, right? And if the legal age of marriage is 21, obviously you won't be sitting idle at home. Most probably you will go to the college, right? So there is a better probability that women, they're going to get higher education. So they are going to get higher education. So as they are going to get higher education, that would bring them financial independence. They'll get financial independence. Okay. So they'll get financial independence. Okay. That is the first advantage. Higher education, financial independence. So there can be a lot of advantages, giving birth to a child while a girl is a teenager, when she's 17, 18 years old, that can, bring her, health issues. There can be, mental pressure can be there when a girl is a teenager. Actually, she's 18 years old. She may not be able to take that much stress. She may not be mentally ready to start a family, right? Mental issues can be there. Psychological issues. Physically, she's not fit to like kids at that moment, to give birth to the kids. A lot of other this is so why I'm telling this is an advantage, because the government is increasing the age. Okay, the government is increasing the age. So what are the benefits of increasing the age? So there can be the health issue, as the minimum age has been increased. So she won't be getting married at the age of 18. So health issues that can be tackled, the mental issues that can be tackled. Okay. If you know the answer, just let me know in the super chat. Higher education, that is the thing for me. Okay. A lot of things can also be there. Financial independence, mental issue, health issues can be there. Similarly, what are the disadvantages? What are the disadvantages? So first one, what is a voting age? At the age of 18, I can select my PM, right? I can select my MPN, who are eventually going to select the PM. I can vote for my MLA. Why can't I select my life partner? Why can't I select my life partner? Okay. So voting age is 18. So why the age to select my MLA is 18? Why my age to select my life partner is 21? Why not it is 18? Voting age is 18. So why why not the getting married age is 18 actually. So and one more issue about gender equality. The minimum age to get married for males is 21, but for females it is 18. Why so? It should be equal. The government should bring the equality. So they are doing so. Either bring down the minimum age to get married for males to 18. Otherwise, raise that minimum age to get married for girls to 21. So gender equality, it is important. So the voting right wala case is important. And secondly, why are you making laws for that? Why aren't you educating uh, the parents that don't do that? There is no need for a law for this thing, right? The government should educate the parents that if a girl is getting married at such a age, at the age of 18, that won't be good for you, right? So instead of bringing a law, why aren't you educating her? So there are a lot of factors now. So instead of so disadvantage, two disadvantage, I think these are good enough. But here we have 4 advantages. But as I told you, I don't want to include all the advantages. So higher education is very strong. Gender equality is strong. Mental issue wala point is not that strong according to me, right? Psychological impact. There are certain people who are not, mature. I mean, mentally, who are not mature by the age of 30. I'm a very good example of that. And health issues. There are certain girls who are like really healthy and physically at the age of 18. And there are certain girls who are not healthy by the age of 26, 27. That's very common. So, yeah, that would be very difficult to explain. We are picking the obvious point, okay? Higher education, that's an obvious point. Gender equality is an obvious point. Voting age, education, that is an obvious point. So instead of, picking up the controversial points, the psychological or health issues, we are picking the easy ones, right? That cannot be argued, okay? Let's move forward with the introduction. The central government has, so first of all, we are explaining the issue. What is the issue? The legal age of marriage, and the government is going to increase that. And what are the advantages and disadvantages? What is the topic? The topic is the central government has decided to increase the age of marriage for women. At present, it is 18 years, which is proposed to be increased to 21 years. Once it becomes a law, it will override all the religious and personal laws. Okay. So that is the introduction. You can write it according to your will. Okay, that is up to you. Simple introduction, nothing complicated, easy. Okay, we are just explaining the topic of the essay. Okay, the central government, obviously the central government is making the laws. You can write it according in your language, right? What are the advantages and disadvantages? Do not write it into points. I'm doing this to explain the essay, to do this PPT. Otherwise, do not use these bullets, okay? Do not use the bullets, okay? So advantages, at present, many girls are forced to drop out of studies for marriage. So whatever you are trying to explain that in the very first line. Whatever you're trying to say that in very first line, and then expand and support your essay. Then expand and support your essay. You can give examples. It is very good in this particular, essay. It was not feasible to give examples, right? But otherwise you can give examples, right? In this particular essay, the first line, I just explained the topic. Girls are forced to drop out of studies. So studies is a pointer. Okay. So making, see the flow. Girls are forced to drop out of study to get married. So making the minimum legal age for marriage as 21 years, right? 21 years will allow them to continue their studies. Thereby more women will go for higher education, and this would provide them better career opportunities. Okay. So studies, as the minimum age is increased, they would get higher education, they would get better career opportunities, and that would lead to the financial freedom. Okay. Clean. So what we have done is we picked one topic and we elaborated that. Okay, instead of giving 4 or 5 ideas, mental issues or physical preparedness to get to make kids, we have done this. Just take 2 topics and explain them. So either you could do so instead of writing that thing in detail, if you are writing just 2 lines for this particular issue, right, and then starting the another issue, that is not feasible. I won't be able to understand. Okay. So second advantage, gender neutrality. This move can be stated as a step towards gender neutrality, using the words like because, thereby, therefore, but, so. These these words, they help to integrate the ideas. The flow of words are there. Okay, the proper flow is there. So how it brings a gender neutrality? Gender neutrality is a keyword. It will make the minimum legal age for the marriage same for both girls and boys. As of now, the minimum age to get married for boys is 21, while for girls it is 18. Same minimum age to get married would empower the women in the country. So gender, although the 21 years we are repeating that, but the ideas are different. Do not repeat. One important concept here is do not repeat your ideas. So this is the worst thing that you can do to your essays. Do not repeat your ideas. Okay. What are the disadvantages? The age of 18 years is considered a legal adult in India. You have the voting right, but not giving them the right to marry the partner of their choice may work against their rights. So it is against the rights in 2018. So if you know the laws, if you know data, if you have some legit data to support your ideas, that is good enough. But if you don't have the data, still it's good enough. Okay. You can still give your ideas. Okay. So in 2018, the Law Commission recommending the lowering the minimum legal age of men from 21 to 18 and suggested keeping both genders a minimum legal age of 18 years. Okay. So Law Commission said, okay, why the minimum age for the men is 21, it should be 18. So Law Commission, I mean, there was a commission which recommended that it should be the minimum age for men should be 18 as well. So as per the government data of 2017, if you don't know about the government data, it's totally fine. So the average age of marriage for women is increased to 22.1 years. If you don't have the data, it is totally fine. So the change is voluntary. The change was mainly due to improving the education among women. In general, women of urban areas have advantage over rural areas. So the solution lies in encouraging the education for girls, conducting awareness programs on importance of education, financial independence, consequences of teenage pregnancies should be conducted instead of passing a law to bring a real change in the society. So we are picking a proper idea and we are expanding that idea. We are supporting that idea. Do not remember this idea. Do not remember this essay. Do not try to remember any essay. Do not just to follow the simple pattern. The way we write the introduction, the way we write the advantages, the way we write the disadvantages, and then we conclude it. In conclusion, raising the minimum marital age of women would increase the chances of getting higher education and having financial independence. In contrast, if women are allowed to cast at the age of 18, then why they are not allowed to marry at the same age? Why we are not giving any opinion? Why we are not giving any opinion? Because the question didn't ask us to give the opinion. If the question is asking us to give our opinion, we would have done that, right? So that is a simple way to write an essay. Simplest way. Introduce the topic, whatever the advantage and disadvantages are there. Just pick 1 or 2 ideas and expand those ideas, give your examples, right? And whatever you want to say, be precise, come to the point. Do not try to use complicated words. Keep your language easy. Do not repeat your words. Do not repeat your ideas. Okay. I've already explained that. Follow the proper pattern. The paragraphs that the way we are writing, we are introducing a concept, the question. Sorry. And then, there are body paragraphs. The first body paragraph, that is an advantage. Second body paragraph, disadvantages. And we are concluding that. Try to make it as easy as possible at the end of the essay. Try to, you need to check for read your essay and try to find mistakes. Give it just 2 minutes. Maybe you will be able to find 1 or 2 or 3 mistakes, and that can give you good marks, right? So that is very, very important. Okay. So students, SIDBI Grade A 2022 course is available on bankexamstudy.com, where we are doing the complete syllabus coverage. We are providing the video classes, the notes and the test series, and then the quizzes. Descriptive paper classes are available in the course, and descriptive paper evaluation is also there in the course, and doubt clearing sessions would be provided. So everything is part of the course. 9067201000. This is my personal WhatsApp number, where you can drop a WhatsApp message and I'm going to answer your doubts. So that's actually all for today, students. List of our students who cracked previous exams, and all these students that took our courses in the past and they cracked their respective exams. And if there is any other doubt in your mind, drop me a WhatsApp message and I'm going to answer your doubts. And that's actually all for today, students. Thank you and have a very, very nice day.